Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Wednesday's Word. I am coming to you guys today to talk to you about two words. One is I, and the next one is can. When you change your vocabulary from I can't to I can, you will be amazed on the things that you can do in your life. When I first started on my journey, I never used those words I can't. But I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. I don't really talk about this too much, but I'm a singer and I'm a songwriter. And I remember the very first time I went to the studio. I went to the studio to sing in the studio. And I don't even remember what song it was. I wasn't singing the right note. And the guy pulled me up and he told me, "You're not singing the right note." Well, I didn't want anybody to tell me I wasn't singing the right note because I was singing the right note. But I really wasn't singing the right note. So you know what I did, y'all? I had a hard time because I I have a I have an ear, but for music, I can hear it, but I cannot when I sing, my notes don't be right. Like my notes may be off, okay? And I don't know if that's tone deaf because I'm not tone deaf, but anyway, to make the long story short, I cried and cried and cried. Yes, I did. I was crying. I cried because I couldn't get it right. I cried. But guess what I did, y'all? I cried so much. And then I got myself together and I said, you know what? I can do this. I can do this. I can. And I got up there and guess what I did, y'all? I did it. I did it. Okay? That's the vocabulary that you should have. And those two words should always be in your vocabulary. I can. Because you can do anything in your life. Anything that you see for yourself in your life, you can do it. It's not going to be easy. No one's ever said it was going to be easy, but you can do it. What you see for yourself, how you want things to be in your life, it can be that way, but you have to be willing to also work towards it. I want to tell y'all another thing. While you are on your journey, the Heavenly Father are going to put the people in the places, and you are going to have opportunities in your life to do certain things. When you decide to do whatever it is that you are doing, always make sure that it's at its best. Okay? When I first started making my jewelry, y'all, my jewelry was not top notch. It was not good quality jewelry. When I first started making my handbags, it was not good quality handbags. But I kept doing it over and over and over and over. And you have to be persistent. Whatever you decide to do, you have to be persistent. You have to work at it. You have to critique it. You have to pull some stuff out. You have to put some stuff in. You have to master it. When you master what it is that you are doing, then that is when the world will respect your greatness. It's a young guy. It's a guy on here. I can't think of his name, but he always talk about the world respecting your greatness. You have to work at your talent. To master it, to make it to wherever you want it to be. Work on your crafts. Sometimes you even have to work on your attitude. Because believe it or not, no one is going to want to buy something from a person that's nasty or that's arrogant or you know, that's not friendly. See, before I started my journey, I had a lot of experience. I was exposed to a lot of people because of my career. So I was exposed to being around a lot of people, and I learned how to be a social person. I learned how to talk to people. I learned how to interact with people. And sometimes, though, before you can start on what you're trying to do, sometimes you got to work on yourself. You got to get yourself together. You got to take and uproot some of those things about yourself, because sometimes it's some things about us, y'all, that's not good. And you have to work on yourself to become a better person. Like, I wasn't like this all my life. This, what you see here, I wasn't like this all my life. I worked on myself. I put the work in on myself so that I could become a better person. So sometimes before you even start on your journey, work on yourself. Sometimes you got to uproot and cut some things off and, don't put makeup on it. Don't cover it up. You know, work on yourself. Those things that you don't like about yourself, you know, work on yourself so that you can be that person that you want to be. Okay? And then while you're doing that, you still can be working on your crafts, because you can do anything that you put your mind to. Believe me when I tell you this. You also have to love it. You have to love it. You have to love what you do. You know, like, I got a question not too long ago. It was a young lady that was telling me that she wanted to do jewelry, and she wanted to know the different things on how she could do the jewelry. And I told her, I said, well, first of all, is it something that you want to do, or is it something that you love to do? Because whenever you decide to do anything, I'm not saying you have to be all in love with it, but you have to really enjoy it. Because if you don't enjoy it, it's going to become just like everything else. Well, I used to, and you got to enjoy whatever it is that you want to do, or whatever it is that you would like to do. And always have those two words in your vocabulary. I can, because you can. I hope this message has helped someone today. Whatever you want in your life, y'all, you can do it. You plant your seeds. It starts off with planting your seeds, y'all. You got to plant your seeds. And when I say plant your seeds, I mean you got to you got to work on yourself, and you got to work on whatever type of craft you want to do. You water it. When I say water it, I mean you constantly work on it. You constantly doing something towards it. You constantly trying to do something to make it better, to enhance it, to get it to where you want it to be. And your harvest is at the end of it. Your harvest is the very last thing you do after you've done the very first two things. So you have to figure out what you want to do. You have to work on it, and then you get your harvest at the end. And your harvest is when you'll make your money. But also, sometimes, depending on what it is, sometimes God has to open up that door. Because sometimes, no matter how hard you working towards something or trying to get something, only God can open up that door. Because I've been in situations where I have doors closed in my face, and then I have had doors where I'm in the door, but then people don't want me to be there. And that's a bad feeling when you get all the way there and then somebody don't want you to be there. But it's okay. It's okay, because the Heavenly Father knows what I'm trying to do. He knows what you are trying to do, and He will always make a way to make it work. So I hope this message has helped someone today. Y'all have a wonderful, awesome Wednesday. Peace and blessings. Bye, y'all.